Hey guys, welcome back to Zip Tie Garage, and today I finally have the correct brackets. Well, bracket, I should say. They sent me this one, the correct side. They were super helpful about it. I called them and they were like, "Oh, yep, we messed up." So they went ahead since they had one in stock and just sent it to me. They didn't have to make it or anything like that, which is nice because usually these are make to order. So today we're gonna. Well, first what we gotta do is get the steering box off of all of this, so that way I can come over here and mount the steering box in here. I'm gonna have to cut some stuff out because I want to push it as far forward as I can, so that way the axle can actually sit right here. But can't do anything with the axle until I get the steering box mounted, so that way I know where the steering arms or the pitman arm sits, so that way it's not out of alignment or anything like that. So yeah, let's get started on that. Now I get all the fittings off. This is gonna be a mess. I'm gonna got it, check it out. I think I'm gonna leave the hydro assist on because that's not really gonna get in the way. It'll actually show me where I can cut and stuff, because the hydro assist line sticks out a little further than the actual front of the box. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that on there. Well, hello, baby. Alright, that's the part I need. Alright, I'm back. Here it is. Little knot that I just made. Pop it out for you. This is what to do with one hand. But yeah, so it's just a little quick release for a tripod mount for a GoPro. 3D printed it real quick, and yeah, it works pretty well. So I'm gonna pop you guys onto that, so that way you can see things a little bit easier. Alright, now I got you guys on the tripod. Can actually get you some good angles here. So the plan is I might cut this off too, but I gotta get the steering box up in here. Let's see you guys. Gotta get the steering box up in here, see if it fits. Might have to cut some of this out too. Just look at it. But let's grab it and find out. Oh yeah, definitely have to cut the inner fender. Alright, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Just gonna cut a giant square out right here. Well, I thought I bought cut off wheels, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna use the plasma cutter. Okay. Well, we cut a big ass hole. So let's see if the steering box actually mounts. Well, not mounts, fits. It's up in there now. Alright, you guys might be able to see how it's too close. So I gotta cut more out of the front of the core support here so I can push the steering box forward. These things are heavy, man. Okay, I'm back. I was hangry. I got some food. So now I'm gonna get to cutting this piece out here for the steering box, and then this little piece here I know I'm gonna have to cut up and at least flat, so that way the hydro assist line can pass through without being all kinked and rubbing on stuff. So first thing we do is cut this piece out here and see where we go from there. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut off, take off the front bumper just so that way it's easier to get to stuff because it was in the way. This thing I already took off, but I forgot to record. Or front fairing, or whatever the heck you want to call that thing. Little skirt goes under the bumper. I'll go ahead and take this off just so that way it's out of the way because I'm not even gonna use it anyway, so might as well. Alright, here we go. Get all that off. Way more open. All this room we have. Look at that, now it's just a straight shot. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting out the front. See if I can get this thing pushed forward just a wee bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Well, the battery on the Sawzall died, so I'm just going to fire up the plasma cutter and finish the cut here. Also gonna have to cut this part of the body mount out so that I can fit the steering box mount in there. It lasted perfectly, like it just died. And it's nice and ground down. I got anything on the camera? Nope. My little microphone ain't on fire, so we're good. Cut and ground this off nice and flat. It doesn't look flat, but that's just because this is undercut from the factory weld. Cut that down, so now let's get the steering box in here once again and see where she sits. Wish I was a little bit shorter. Sit about there. Flat Pitman arm. Yeah. I'm going to cut some more out of the body mount because it's interfering with the steering box, and that's why I can't really get it where I wanted it. I couldn't see it really because it's underneath the box. So now that I know where it's hitting, I'm going to cut that out so that way I can actually maneuver the box, get a little bit of angle on the Pitman. I don't think it'd be wise to keep it flat because then you get bump steer and stuff. So I'm going to give it a little bit of angle, and yeah. So let's give that a shot. Let's see how that fits now. I know it's a lot of in and out and in and out. Most of it's probably going to get cut out anyway. Okay, well I went to the store, picked up a new hole saw. This one's three quarter, I think. Yep, 3/4. Meant for the little bung or spacer or anti-crush spacer that goes inside the frame. Tried getting one that was about the same length, just so that way it can actually go through the frame and I couldn't, like, it won't cause issues. But the only thing I'm afraid of is the actual, like, nut. Or, yeah, nut, whatever, we'll call it a nut, on the back side, not being able to go through all the way, so we'll see. But I'm going to pop this on, do some little stabby stabs with my fancy poker here, and see what we get. I hope I got this right. Doing some final checking on the mounting position. going for there and there. Puts a good angle on that. Yeah. That's what we're gonna go with. Oh. So at these two spots here, hi, Bubba. What are you doing? Such a good boy. Okay. Oh man, this is the scary part. I'm terrified to drill a hole in this thing. Let me, actually, you know what? I'm going to modify this so that way it fits. Modify the plate first, so that way we can see if the holes actually line up before I start just hogging into this thing. So. I'm gonna have to grind it down. Alright, so I went ahead and started grinding off camera so that way you guys didn't have to watch it. This all fits in now. I'm gonna grind. Yeah, I might just leave it. I might grind the tip of this off just so that way it's less material. I'm gonna have to mark this along the frame and cut that part off. But yeah, so now we're good to go on drilling because it does line up. Lines up really well. So yeah, let's do that. Oh boy, this is freaking terrifying. Alright, well there's part of a hole. Let's hope it's straight on the other side. Oh man, this is scary. I'm gonna have to go on the other side and drill through this way because it doesn't reach all the way through. Could start here. Let's see here. Well, holder cut. Let's see how well I did. Alright guys, so you can see how I had to cut it like so for it to fit as far forward as I could get it, just like that. And then this one goes right up here. Let me get some bolts in it. Well guys, as you can see, got it all mounted in there. She's solid. Off camera got that bolt figured out. Had to grind out a little bit on this side. And then what I'm going to do is tack in the plates. And then on the other side, tack in the bungs. Come over this side and zap them a little bit. Just so that they don't move. And then I'll weld them fully on this top one. And weld this whole plate in. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then I gotta cut this piece down a little bit. It's overlapping the frame, and yeah, should be good. All right, we're back to the steering box. It's all done, I know, but I still gotta cut some stuff off the plate. I gotta mark and cut the excess off the bottom here of the frame because I just don't like the way it looks. And then I can put it back in, tack it up. I'm not gonna fully weld it until like the whole front end is ready to be fully welded. Like everything's gonna be tacked on first. There's so many variables that can change. So I'm gonna pull that off. We'll mark it, pull it off, cut it, put it back in there, get it all bolted up nice and tight, weld everything, and see how that goes. Alright, so now I'm just gonna use my paint pen and mark the inside or flap the frame on both plates. We have our 2 marks here to cut off. I'm actually going to cut above it because on this one it hung down a little bit on the frame and I couldn't get like all the way up in there. So it's a little bit further down. I'll go like an 1/8 of an inch up. Cut that just so I have a nice spot to weld on. And then do the same thing on this side. And then we'll be ready to go. So coming out. There's one. There we go. So I got both sides cut. Let's go see how they fit. Alright, so I went ahead, did everything off camera, got it all cleaned up, put it back in because you guys have already seen it multiple freaking times. So, got it in there. You see that plate's cut down nice with the frame now. Box is all in. I'm on the opposite side. You guys can see through the groove. Bolts are in. See how it's all ready to tack up and everything. If you can see if I'm holding it right. But yeah, so I'm gonna get the welder ready and then we're gonna tack it in, pull everything off again. Well, the box out again, and then see how everything held, see if the box still goes in easy, all that fun stuff. So yeah, let's get started. Once again, I'm using the S welder I got from Michael over at Mike Festiva YouTube channel. I live by him. You guys have heard the whole spiel. Great guy. Let me borrow the welder. I love this welder. You guys get to see it this time as I tack this up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, clean everything up, get the axle aligned so that way I can actually see where it's going to sit. Now, I got to move it like half an inch to 3/4 of an inch back. But I think we're going to fall still where I want it to be. Let's find out. Man, I say that a lot. Let's switch it up. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, well, battery died. I'm pretty good at that. But got the axle nice and straight, 27 on both sides. Come over here. You can see the steering arms clear each other nicely. I'm going to buy a flat pitman here soon, so that way instead of it being at a downward angle, it'll actually be nice and flat. See just how much room we have between the oil pan and the axle and everything. Freaking perfect. I'm happy with where the steering box landed. Happy where the axle ended up. I'm just happy with pretty much how all of this went. Now it's time to start mocking up links and stuff, but that'll be for a different episode. This one's already going to be long enough. If you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate it. That steering box was a pain. Way more of a pain than I thought it was going to be. I'm looking forward to doing the links, but I'm also not, because I feel like that's going to be even worse. But thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Remember to leave a like and a comment down below with what you guys want to see, what you like seeing, what you don't like seeing, just anything. And see you guys next time.